Yo, VIP. Let's kick it. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. That is all I can say. Look what we have ourselves here, ladies and gentlemen, pimps and players. It's dark, I know, you can't see much, but what we have here is those crazy kooks at the World Racing Community have been in the old kitchen and they've been cooking up this little bad boy for you, the GT Challenge, and it's multi-class. We're going to see Group 1s and Group 3s. Look, I won't try to explain it. That's ridiculous. We're at Le Mans, by the way. We're at the mighty Le Mans. That's where we're kicking it off, and we're going for 2 hours, baby. Yes, this is about stamina. We're pacing ourselves. Oh, look, we're in... Oh, the room is being prepared for qualifying, ladies and gents. It looks like we're going to go into qualifying a little earlier than we expected. So let me get you through this then. It's the World Racing Community Season 5. They're on their 5th season of Friday evening racing, ladies and gents. I think we've covered 3 of them here at Thingymajig's Racing Channel. I haven't even introduced myself. There's no need to introduce myself. Introduction isn't needed, I'm sure. So, yes. So it's the World Racing Community Season 5, GT Challenge Season 2. This is the 2nd time they've had a go at this. I think it worked. Oh, it's the Group 3 quali right now. I want to try and get through this because the Group 3 qualities, they don't get very long to qualify, I believe. And it's like a one hit. I don't want that either. Look, I'm trying to talk and do things at the same time. It's crazy, crazy stuff. Chunky Ribena in the chat. A wild Thingamajig has appeared. Thank you very much. Yeah, crazy times. Right, I'll get through the rules and then we all know what we're doing. GT Challenge Season 2, a revival of the 2016 era of the World Endurance Championship. The race regulations: balance of performance will be on. Tyres are ×2. Softs, mediums, intermediates and wets, both dry compounds must be used. They've got to use the softs and the mediums. Doesn't look like we're bothering with the hards. Fuel is at ×3 and the refuel rate is at 3 litres a second, which they said they've looked into it. Hang on, what's going on? No, nothing as of yet. They're probably having a quick brief, maybe. So, let me come out of it, just see if I haven't glitched or something. Oh, no. We're going to spectate. There we go. I don't know what that was. It seemed weird, like there was a delay of some kinds. We'll have to do all this again because PS5 has a memory of a gnat. So dreaded Lucifer's out there. Oh, so they're all going out on an outlap. They all pretty much get a run. So the weather is on and set to random, time of day ×12 for 2 hour events, 2 hour events at 16 otherwise. The format: 90-minute multi-class race, qualifying, one-shot qualifying and a rolling start. The event details: races to run on Fridays. You don't need all of that because we're here, we're doing it now. Multi-class rules are enabled for pro drivers. That believes is when there's blue flags. The Group 3 cars are to stay on their racing line and not do anything random or radical for the Group 1 cars to just cruise on by. So we're looking at Tommy Roo at the moment. He's in a Porsche. There's a new point system, but we'll worry about that next week when we've got a table to read out. And yeah, but we're racing 2 hours this evening. I know it's usually 90 minutes, but they're greedy and they want more. And who doesn't want more, ladies and gents? Who always is never enough, is it? It's never enough. So that's because my wife was in the room, and we bought a new telly ages ago for the front room, which she was dead against because she thinks it's vulgar and too large. And even now, after having it for nearly a year, and it's so awesome, it's so beautiful, she still thinks it's vulgar and too big. She doesn't say that about me. Well, she says that about me as well. So the old front room TV's just been knocking about behind a sofa or something, and this evening I got it out, It's not a 60-incher like my front room one. It's like 50-something inch. And I've put it on the dining room table. And ladies and gents, I am sat 3 foot away from a 50-inch TV. I am going to be blind after 2 hours, but I am happy as a pig in poo. Yes. But there's going to be hell to pay if I don't put the TV away after the stream. So there are stipulations that always come when you're married. James Taylor in the chat saying, let the carnage begin. Oh, I love it. I love chaos and carnage and pure thoroughbred racing, which is what we're going to see this evening, ladies and gents. Let's see if Thingymajig can guess the cars. I'm going to go with a Lamborghini for dreaded Lucifer there, and I reckon I'm right. No one can do a right angle than the Lambo boys. Tommy Rue, we've seen already, he's in a Porsche. They're on their outlap at the moment, so you're not missing now. That's a Honda. I tell thee what, I've driven a season in that Honda, and I can only praise it. It's a lovely drive. It's, I think, mid-range engine, so it does keep it lovely, and, well, I suppose Porsches as well, and probably the Lambo. But it's a lovely drive. I like that Honda. It works for me. So the Honda NSX. Duffman looks to me like he's gone for B. No, it's not a B. Yeah, it is. It's a B. W. So we've got the Duffman out there. These are the AM guys. The Group 3 drivers. Reckless. Also in a Porsche. Oliver in a McLaren, ladies and gents. How sexy is that? And then we've got Thunder, also in the Group 3s, donning a Ferrari. Absolute class act from the man. We will call him Charles Thunder for the rest of this season. I'm sure Ferrari will really appreciate the anime. Haven't they taken, didn't they want there a YouTuber that had a Ferrari and they painted it a certain colour and Ferrari came and picked it up and said, no, you can't have it. And Chunky saying a sweet livery for the Duffman in the BMW. So dreaded Lucifer then has started his lap. We're not going to be able to follow all of these laps. We can try and pop back and see the sectors and see how it's going, but they are pretty much only going to have time for the one flying lap. Yes, tight with the track edges this season. The stewards are going to be keeping a one eye on those car wheels and the white lines. So dreaded Lucifer so far, virtually all the way round. Did I miss a sector? I missed it there. It's a long lap. It might not have got one yet, but I think there is right up earlier in the lap. But so far from dreaded Lucifer, it is looking TIDY, ladies and gents. It's looking fine, except for a little spike in the lag. But hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Now they've spaced them out nicely. Now, see, Autosport there. I think you really have to be in this game. I think you have to be like 8/10 behind to pick up a toe. So I don't think Autosport will be getting any benefit from Tommy Roo. Duffman, that is nice, Chunky. You're right. And when you're right, Chunky, you are definitely correct. That is absolutely humdinging, isn't it? That is like, sponsor of yours, is it, by chance, Chunky? Hey, if you want some Fanatec stuff, is it Fanatec? No, you're GT Amiga, aren't you? If you want some GT Amiga stuff with a discount, check Chunky Ribena out on YouTube. He can do you... Oh, no, Duffman. Duffman has made a mistake coming out of the chicane. And he has... Oh, he's going to be hoping other people have bigger mistakes. Oh, of course you don't get sectors because it's the first lap. I'm not remembering that. They both just did a 49.6. Reckless and Oliver, so they're close. Thunder, he's a dark horse. He might be a... Well, I don't know the other guys. I know Autosport. He gives a good run for his money. Reckless, we saw, I think, a couple of times last season. Oliver, I know, he's a cool racer. And Thunder, also very strong. There's going to be some, I think we're going to have a spread of winners here. Dreaded Lucifer still making his way around at the moment. Oh no, Dreaded Lucifer's got a bumper that's flashing, and I assume we are doing full damage as usual. So Dreaded Lucifer has had a mistake. Chunky Ribena, James, Garuda in the chat saying Tommy is pretty clean as well. And Chunky saying that to do with me. The livery is, he is a Lando fan, but I approve of it. Very good. Yeah, I got Fanatec and bloody GT Amiga mixed up. So Dreaded, it looks like he's had a bit of a moment. Tommy Roo also. This is a clean lap grid, ladies and gents. The cleanest lap cleans up, it seems. Duffman on his way. Tommy Roo's gone straight to the pits. He's having none of it. You've still got a chance, Tommy Roo. Other people have had offs. Still got to be worth it. Dreaded Lucifer's got damage he's had to carry for a lot of this lap. Why is it showing people ahead of him on the map? That's what I want to know. So Dreaded Lucifer then on his way around. I've got maps. I lost them all. Oh, is he going into the pits? Autosport's done a lap. Dreaded Lucifer's gone in and fixed it. But I don't think they're going to have enough time, are they not? 4 minutes. Is that counting down? That's counting up. So Duffman to cross the line. He goes second fastest behind Autosport, but Reckless slips it in there. Only 7/10 from Autosport. Oliver comes across the line. He goes fourth. With Duffman, looks like he's going to be fifth. Dreaded Lucifer comes in to fix his damage in sixth. And Tommy Roo in seventh. And Thunder then, he's done it. By Jove. It's Thunder that got pole. We missed out. I was looking at the guys in the pits. I do apologise. So Thunder grabs himself a pole position in the Group 3 qualifying. It looks like Autosport is second, Reckless third. Oliver starting in fourth. Duffman fifth. Dreaded Lucifer sixth. And Tommy Roo 7th, possibly.
Defo gonna happen. Tynesan is a nightmare.
And here we have a look. So, Chunky Ribena in the chat saying, good luck, Garuda. Hope you finish behind J-Car and United Autosport. And Garuda saying, Defo gonna happen. Tyre Nissan is a nightmare. Yes, we're going to wait until we get to the Group 1s, but they've clipped someone's wings, ladies and gents. They've clipped a couple of the drivers' wings. They're taking the Nissan Long Boy out, which is famously known to be shocking. So I believe Boosted and Garuda are teammates, and they are going to be donning one nasty, nasty piece of machinery. And it'll be interesting to see how they get on for the first 10 minutes of Le Mans, not alone 2 hours. I reckon DNF, a pair of Nissans. They're gonna, how many spins can you have until that's enough? Especially Paul Boosted, he's in VR. I'm not sure about Garuda, but I know Boosted is in VR, so he's going to be feeling sick by the end of it. He's going to be dizzy. And Chunky Ribena says we are crazy going Audi, but you boys swapping Toyota for Nissan is mental. So there you go. That is the Group 3, guys. Let's have a quick look at those official numbers for you. Thunder then. Pole, 358. He takes the first championship race by storm. Autosport in second. Reckless in third. Oliver in fourth. Duffman in fifth. Dreaded Lucifer sixth. Tommy Roo starts in seventh. Now, the room is being prepared. Ladies and gents, we are going to see the Group 1s now go out there and try to see what they can do. Ha-hubbada, a-hubbada. Are you not impressed? Hey? These gladiators in these machineries, I can't drive them. We'll say that. Disclaimer, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot drive these things, so hats off to those that do. Keefus is the first man out. Oh no, Chunky, he's not racing today. He can't make this one. It's saying starting soon to Keefus. He's gone out there. I wonder if that message is for Keefus, like, I'm off, guys, I want it. And these guys are all sat there waiting for the... Ooh, someone's gone for the pink pig. Here we go.
Kefas has taken my car for this week.
Ah, Kefas is standing in. There you go. So, Chunky Ribena. It's like a Days of Thunder bit sort of thing, isn't it? It's like when Tom Cruise stood in for the bloke from Guardians with the mohawk. So MJ is the man in pink. You see, I would have had that as Adnap. I would have had Adnap. He is partial for a little pink on his livery. So MJ, well, they'll be maybe teammates. Possibly they could be teammates. So Sinistor in the Gulf, liveried there. Let's have a little play of how useless I am. I think that's a Porsche. I think MJ is... he's in a Porsche as well, possibly. The Porsches, I'm sure, that's a Toyota. Is it not? That's an Audi. Oof. I didn't even know Audis had a Group 1. That's how often I look at the Group 1 cars in here. So Kefas is in an Audi. Is that? Wow. That's a mint livery he's turned up with. Into the chicane then. Oh, he's caught up. Oh, Boosted saying here 5 minutes is not going to be enough to get through. Boosted's in fourth in the long boy. Oh, yeah, that looks like a nightmare, doesn't it not? And there's his teammate Garuda just behind him. Ooh, they're hanging around together, aren't they, in qualifying, ladies and gentlemen? Do you smell a toe? Do you smell a toe in the air? I can see a little toe on board. Adnap, yes, he, of course, I imagine MJ has been forced to drive that car over... he likes the Force Ironworks, doesn't he? MJ's partial to that. Oh my gosh. Loads of chat. Chunky Ribena saying MJ and Adnap, yeah. Sin and Deacon. And Chunky Ribena says me and J Car. Then Chunky Ribena says Audi is slower in corners but better on fuel with diesel engine. There you go. And Vodka Rob saying good evening, sir. Well, hello, Vodka Rob. So, well, we saw Boosted saying this is not going to be long enough, but nothing seems to have stopped just yet. So, we will see. Kefas is still... I didn't even get through everyone, did I? I got down to Adnap. There's J Car in the other Audi. Oh, yeah. I'm a liking it. I'm a liking it indeed. And there we have Deacon Do in the other Gulf Porsche. So MJ still on his outlap, and there's a concern. Some of those further back might not cross the line, it seems. We're already halfway through the allotted time for qualifying. And MJ he's proving them wrong. He's saying, I can get around there. I'll get around for a second lap, boys. You watch. He's absolutely flinging it. You're not on your flying lap yet, MJ. Calm down, my friend. Jesus. He's going for it. He's burning, he's throwing caution to the wind. I usually like to tootle around. But he is not. He's not hanging around at all, is MJ. He's going for it. And Chunky saying evening, Rob. Chunky Rob saying curious fact, my livery will be yellow where J Cars is orange, and where I have Ribena sponsor, he has bagged Vimto. Very good. And Bob Rob saying, I really look at Group 1 as well. Half of them have 0 FFB on my wheel. You've got the super wheel as well, haven't you? I'm surprised about that. He's got one of those real fancy ones. It's worth more than my car. That's why I would love a Fanatec Double D. I'd love to have a pair of Double Ds, you know what I mean, ladies and gents. But yeah, what they're like 800 quid to £1,000, and my old Ford Focus that I get to work in every day isn't even worth that. Doesn't it seem a bit? I know, but it is wrong, isn't it? I can't buy a steering wheel that sits in my dining room that costs more than the actual car I'm driving around in. That doesn't seem to be right, I think. So. And Chunky Ribena says the Audi has really good feedback. Oh, there you go, force feedback. So MJ then, we've watched him a lot. Let's go and have a look around. At the moment, everything is looking tidy. A 105, okay? 104.9 from Sinister. Right, let's see if we can get into this. 104.5 for Boosted, very fast. He has, Garuda has dropped off the back of him, so they're not playing the toe game. 105.4, Adnap. Oh, I think we missed Adnaps, I'm afraid. 105.8 from J Car. Deacon Do. So it looks like Boosted at the moment as we have 105.4 as well. MJ. Coming up Mulsanne straight to Mulsanne. That's why I don't use the corners, because I just butcher the English language, or French, should I say, with my English language. 59.2 for MJ. Keepers coming around Mulsanne at 58.6. Sinister. 58.5. Boosted. 56.9. Garuda. Oh, he's gone a little wide there. 58.4. Adnap. 58.6. J Car coming around in the Audi. 59.6. And Deacon Do. It's a tight grid, I'm telling you. I'm just reading the numbers out. 59.4. So it's MJ then.
Face with tears of joy.
And also in the chat, oh my gosh, Thunder saying I'm freezing cold in here, I won't be able to concentrate properly. Chunky saying, Rob, I use driver 457, still better, but much better. Chunky Ribena saying, well done in Quali Thunder. Zeravika says, evening all. Vodka Robs does laughing face. Thunder says, thank you. Chunky Ribena says, hey Ollie. So MJ then. Did I miss another sector? I was reading chat. I'm sorry. It's going to be the final line, isn't it? That's what we're looking for now. MJ, the car looking light under braking there. It wobbled a little, but he's been absolutely bob on so far. Though what I have seen in this lap as he heads towards the final the line, 3:28.7. What we got here from Keefus at 3:27. He's on pole so far. Next we've got Sinister to cross the line. And he's gone there. Boosted, sorry, he's gone second. It's a good one. Boosted's gone pole. Garuda then. We've got Boosted, Keefer, Sinister, MJ. Garuda goes third, and that goes second. J-Car bringing it around so far. And he stays seventh. Deacon Do, what can he do? Coming into the end of the lap, we've got Boosted on pole, Adnap in second, Kefas in third, Garuda in fourth, and it looks like Deacon Do is staying in eighth. Sinister is starting fifth, MJ in sixth, and we can have a better look at those results for you here. Boosted then with a 3:25.2, Adnap in second, Kefas is third, Garuda fourth, Sinister is in fifth, MJ starts in sixth with J Car in seventh, and Deacon Do is rounding them out in eighth. And yeah, Boosted, where did he find that? Unbelievable stuff. So now then, ladies and gentlemen, brace yourself. There will be an element of hang loose now. These things don't just come together overnight. These guys have got to go, and they've got to have Jimmy Riddles. They've got to go and get into their mind. They've got to get into their head, ready for it. And I'm guessing Verazaka is Ollie. So Ollie saying, hey, Chunky, see you all on track. Chunky Rabin saying, good luck, drivers. Yes, good luck to all. Right, I think we've got a little gap here because there's something important that needs to be addressed. I don't know if you've seen any of these guys on track at the moment, but they've all decided to add a certain something to their liveries. Have I got time? They're not going to bloody trick me. No, there's no countdown.
And who hasn't yet?
We've got time. So they've all in the world racing community have added a little something to their liveries for this race, and I've got a little blurb because I'm not as elegant as MJ, who runs and hosts. I don't know if he's hosting this actually. He runs the world racing community. So here we go. Are you ready for this? Seeing as yesterday was World Mental Health Day, WRC alongside Thingymajig Racing Channel want to take a moment to remind everyone that mental health matters. Quite a few of the boys are running liveries or decals reminding us that it is okay to not be okay. Life can throw challenges our way, but it's important to know that help and support are always within reach. Whether you're facing a tough time or just need someone to chat with, someone is there for you. We're not just about racing here, we're about looking out for one another. WRC's community is open to all, and there's always someone ready to listen. Don't hesitate to reach out, please. Whether it's to share your struggles or simply to talk. We're stronger together, both on and off the track. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I read it out, because it's poetical. I could never come up with something as beautiful as that and sincere. And I wholeheartedly agree with it. So, you know, don't suffer. There's no need for it. There is no need for it, because there's always someone, anyone, there for you. Just join a racing community. It's as simple as that. You can find some of your best friends in these lobbies, honestly. And they've all got each other's backs. So, you know, look out for each other, guys. That's all I'm saying. Just watch out for each other. It's a miracle that we're here. It's an absolute miracle. Do you know that there's a statistical for you being here, for you to happen, the universe, everything, the whole picture of it, it's statistically almost impossible that you are standing where you are or you're sitting where you are. So to relish that, take that, because it's amazing what you've already done. Being you and existing is beyond amazing. So don't suffer, please.
I run Andy's Man Club on my liveries. Best place I have found for support and talk.
So in the chat then, Chunky Ribena saying good luck drivers. Chunky Ribena also says, and who hasn't hit the like button yet? Oh, cheers, man. Vodka Rob, from experience, I can say you are better talking to friends than trying to get professional help. Kefus says hello. Chunky Ribena says, I run Andy's Man Club on my liveries. Best place I have found for support and talk. So there you go, even more. Vodka Rob saying, very deep thingy. I know, I don't usually go down there, do I? Chunky Ribena says, yes, Kefus, good luck. Bring home the win. That's pressure, isn't it? Right then. We've got a race to do, ladies and gents. 2 hours, and we're using, well, not just a race. We've got 2 races to do in 2 hours. It's amazing. That's all I'm saying. Zing that zing. Because we have got something absolutely delicious just in front of us. And I've got the big TV out from behind the TV, behind the sofa. I'm okay. But later on I'm not going to be okay because I'm going to move the TV, but I'll message someone about it and say, oh, she made me move the TV again. Oh, I can't wait to have a gaming room. One of my squirts is going to move out at some point. I knew I put it in the wrong hole. So, Reckless is out there for a little practice with Kefus. And Thunder, the pole sitter, in his Ferrari. And oh lady, I don't know what I'm going to look at. I honestly don't know what to look at when this race begins. Thank heavens it's a rolling start. Oh, it looks like Lucifer needed to drain the lizard. And Sinister looks like he needs a comfort break also. 2 hours of this stuff. And Vodka Rob saying good luck, guys. And Vodka Rob saying my entire living room is a gaming room now. Did you get rid of it, Vodka? Is that the answer? Because I've heard of other people who have binned off the wife and they've got a whole room for gaming. Now I'm joking. She's my rock, ladies and gents. That's why I'm okay, because she is my support. I just like to say smack online to just, you know, keep that patriarchy alive while it's still there, you know? She's the boss. Vodkarov saying, kick the misses out and move the gaming in. Happy days. It's yeah, whatever floats your boat, my friend. I have days where I dream of that now. I'm joking. I'm a happy person. Don't you hear me? The person who annoys me most in the world is Kazby, funny enough. He's made a game I absolutely love, and he annoys me and his gaming squad of coders. Reckless coders, should I say. So Boosted is on pole on the Nissan. Adnap is second. Kefas is third. Garuda is fourth. Sorry, I jumped him. Here we go. We're going now, and then we'll have a look at Thunder. There is the pole sitter for the Group 3 cars. Oh, hold on to your hats, ladies and gents. It's about to go off. And here we go. Boosted then leads them away with Adnap setting chase in the Porsche. And then we've got a Porsche further back trying to warm its tyres up. Is that the Sinistor? As they come up through the first corner. And Boosted, oh, and what's going on here? They look like movement. Kefas having an issue at the moment, and he's got taken by the other long boy. So that's Garuda up into third, and Kefas at the moment struggling to keep the Audi afloat. And oh, MJ comes down the inside of him there, and Kefas at the moment, but it's the long game for the Audi. Remember, he's on the medium tyres as well. The other guys, oh no, well, Garuda's on the mediums as well, and so is Boosted, but MJ and Adnap starting on those softs, so they are absolutely tanking it. Then Kefas on the mediums, but he's playing the long game. Ladies and gents, remember, mediums for Sinister. J-Car also in the Audi. He's starting on the softs. They've split their strategy, and it looks like movement there. And let's have a quick look at Thunder. Has pulled out a lovely gap with Autosport in second. Reckless is third, with Oliver in fourth. Sorry, fifth in the red suit. Lucifer Duffman is fifth, and Tommy Roo sixth. But it's not all going to happen on this lap anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, a little bit of a moment there for Oliver and Duffman, was it? I'm not sure. Let's have a look, if we can. Oh, he seems fine. I think maybe it's nothing to do with the person in front of him. Oh, there's two Porsches alongside each other, it looks like. Oh, he got caught out with the braking and tried to slot in between the two Porsches there. Oh, it looks like he's been lucky as well without picking up damage. So, yes. Oliver there, he's gone to the back though. I think he's redressed for everyone. There's the other Porsche. It's not got damage, it's not bad. It's giving Duffman a lot to think about at the moment. And Duffman up the assets of Autosport. And look at the Porsche go in a straight line, and the BMW and the Porsche nearly make contact there as the dreaded Lucifer tries to run away from this battle. No, he's in it, isn't he? He's in the Lambo just ahead of it. So it's Autosport in the NSX fighting off Tommy Roo, who's having a comeback like no other after his incident in the chicane. And my word, look at these guys. Boosted still leads. Garuda's up to second now. Oh no, Garuda and Adnap absolutely duking it out in the Group 1 side by side, but Garuda decides to dip in and leave Adnap for that second spot, and he's got the other pink Porsche chasing him down. Sinister in fifth. He has got J-Car in the Audi, who's off to an absolute buzzing start for the J-Car. He's up for this. Deacon Do is seventh, just behind Sinistor and J-Car and Kefas there. I think Kefas is playing the long game though, ladies and gents. I think he's trying to get a pit stop less maybe than the guys ahead of him. So Garuda has made it ahead of Adnap. I apologise. And now we've got the two beautiful Porsches together on track, chasing down the Nissan Long Boy. And already 4 seconds Boosted has pulled out. And they thought he was gonna struggle in the Nissan. You can't clip this, boys' wings. There's a lad in the valley that you just can't slow down no matter. Put him in a wheelbarrow, he's still gonna whip your butts. Because the valley lad, with the two valley lads, it's the two Welsh boys, but it looks like the Nissan is getting a struggle on in the corners, and the Porsches are absolutely all over him. And there we go with MJ making that famous move up the inside. We've seen him do it twice already in this race, holding his line, and beautiful stuff there from MJ. What an overtake, cracking stuff. And Garuda struggling in the corners with the Nissan. Don't forget the Porsches are both on the soft tyre though. So Garuda really on the medium tyres, duking it out with the Porsches is absolutely sublime. Sinister is in 5th. He's just sticking back and he might be fuel saving, my friends. And Deacon Do, he could just rock up to the back of Sinister. Them two could do each other a huge favour in the Group 1 cars. Garuda's at it again. He's back up into 3rd. There is a duke and a half here. But the problem is with them all racing each other and fighting, Boosted is now nearly 6 seconds in the lead. Thunder is okay. He's 3.5 seconds on Reckless, who seems okay. He's 3.5 seconds on Dreaded Lucifer, who is still ahead of Autosport at the moment, and Tommy Roo. These guys look like they've settled down somewhat now. Duffman in 5th with Oliver in 6th, but they're all rather close, and I think they're just easing their way into it. It's a long race. And Boosted at the moment absolutely hammering it. It's hammer time. Garuda in 2nd on the straights. He seems to be able to shake off those Porsches, and now MJ getting caught up with his teammates. These two have got to work together, not race each other, to go on the attack with Garuda. And I imagine Adnap is getting a lovely little toe there. Oh gosh, not that one. And MJ also benefiting out of that. Sinister slowly closing up to him though, 2.7 seconds. He is not out of the picture, and if he's out, he's tucked in the behind there, doing a little fuel saving as we get down into 2nd gear in the Porsche. Sticks to the road with all that downforce. Absolutely lovely stuff, and he's right there with his teammate. This seems to be where they can catch up Garuda. Head up for the straight, but it looks like Garuda's pulled himself out a lovely little bit of a lead there. And the two Porsches, where did they catch him up there? This last part where it's all corners, I guess it is. They can sweep through there. Beautiful stuff. Ooh, nice and close to the wall there for MJ. Just a bit of time, I reckon he had to get out of it a bit. Adnap getting through the corners a little better than MJ that time around. I'm trying to close back up on Garuda. Squeaky tyres, but oh look, it's through the chicanes and stuff. Garuda just can't get the pace that those Porsches have. Adnap right on him. They've left MJ behind a little bit. Sinister is closing in on MJ. MJ might find he's fighting the battle in the wrong end. And oh, again, Adnap having a look at Garuda, trying to make the pass. Is he going to do an MJ down the inside here? No, Garuda is wise to that, stays on that side. But Adnap having a look around the outside. Is it on? No. Don't forget Adnap on those soft tyres. He's going for it. Oh, on the grass, but he stayed in. But it looks like he went very wide there. And I think he's going to lift off, let Garuda through. Oh, possibly not. Yeah, there you go. He's left it off, let Garuda through. He got a bit of an advantage going wide in that corner, and he has redressed. It's beautiful, and it's helped MJ close in, and Sinister as well closing in. We've got a race, ladies and gents, just bubbling away under the surface. Deacon Do is 6 seconds behind Sinister, but he's 9 seconds ahead of Kefas. But don't forget, Kefas has a plan. Let's have a look at the fuel. Oh no, he's burning through his fuel a little bit more than the Porsches ahead of him. J-Car also, oh, J-Car's picked up an absolute big bash on the front end of that Audi. And I think it'll be this lap he's done it, so he may pit at the end of this one, but it's not part of the strategy or the plan. Thunder at the moment 5.2 seconds ahead of Reckless, but Reckless under pressure from Dreaded Lucifer. 4:02 last time out for Reckless, Dreaded Lucifer 4:01. So yes, Dreaded Lucifer is definitely starting to peel on the pressure of Reckless. Reckless having, oh, and he's gone a little wide there, has Reckless. With Dreaded Lucifer hot on his heels. And can't go too many times. Like I said, the stewards will be looking at certain corners post-race. So it'll only be a provisional results come the end of this race, hopefully. If everyone keeps it neat and tidy, it'll be fine. No fears. So at the moment, Reckless keeping that Porsche just ahead of the Lamborghini, but the Lamborghini is hungry for that position and closing in. Is it the straight and the toe? And there's another Porsche behind them with Tommy Roo just in fighting distance. We'll look at Reckless, see if it closes up half a second, but not Reckless, sorry, Dreaded Lucifer. Half a second on the Porsche. MJ's up to third now, excuse me, sorry, Adnap's dropped behind MJ. And they're some 3.5 seconds behind Garuda now. Are they losing time for inter-battling? Because Adnap was all over the Garuda. And now he's behind MJ, chasing him down. We're getting through that fuel quite nicely to say we've only done 10 minutes of racing. And they've only gone for 3 litres because apparently that's like very realistic to the real GT Autosport there. Third? No, fourth. Sorry, let me have a look. No, fifth for Autosport. Just ahead of Duffman. So Autosport has had some turmoil. He was up higher than that in the Audi. The Honda. And yeah, 3 seconds down on this lap. Giving Oliver the chance in the McLaren though. To get himself up and ahead of the Honda. Duffman in the BMW, sitting just behind them, 1.6 seconds, still a big race going on here. For, is it 5th, 6th, 7th, I believe? And Autosport wants that position back off of Oliver. Tommy Roo still trying to close in on Dreaded Lucifer. And it looks like Reckless has had a bit of a better lap. J-Car's come in. Oh, yeah, he had that damage, didn't he? So J-Car has come in. He's had to alter his strategy. Boost at the moment, 8.7 seconds ahead of Garuda. And MJ just ahead of Adna at the moment. Sinister, he's holding that sort of 2-second gap from them, but he's starting to drop the hammer. Remember, he's on the medium tyres. These guys are on the softs. But the soft's holding on quite nicely at the moment. Deacon Do 9 seconds behind his teammate and 9 seconds ahead of Kefas. J-Car out of the pits with that damage fixed. He's put a set of mediums on, filled right up, and I imagine he's going to be head down now, try and do some qualifying laps and just smash it out there, out the park, should we say. Oh, no, 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 no. Cold tyres, remember. Cold tyres as the sun goes down. Don't, like George Michael said. Was it George Michael's? Don't let the sun go down on me. I think it was Elton and George. Wasn't it a big one? Boosted then is leading. I'm sorry. Thunder doing nicely here at the moment. Looks like the win is Thunder's to throw away at the moment, but Reckless under pressure from Dreaded Lucifer. Dreaded Lucifer hot on his heels. Let me have a little sip of my warm brew. It was a hot brew, but I've been chatting a lot and forgot about it. Oh, right into the toe zone, looks out at him and makes the move. Lambo versus Porsche, but I think the Porsche in a nice braking area for the, oh no, the Lambo's on the right side. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was a lovely overtake, executed very well. So the Lambo now, but the Porsche coming back, the Lambo not doing so well on the coming out of the corner, and the Porsche managing to get by unless the Lambo, Dreaded Lucifer, was wise to it and lifted a bit out of the corner. So he wants the toe. No, he's opting not for the toe. He's going side by side all the way up to the second chicane. And Vodkarov saying, did they do quali separate? Yeah, we did it just beforehand. Oh, not the inside, the Porsche goes. And Reckless holds on to that second spot as Dreaded Lucifer fights him for it. And we've got Tommy Roo just in the background catching these guys up. Chunky Rybeen says, look at the hybrid, empty on Nissan and not on others. Could get dicey soon. Interesting. Does it not top up then like the Porsche's one? I just want to see if Dreaded Lucifer or Reckless are going to come out on top of this one, and then we'll have a quick look at those hybrids. Again, look at Dreaded Lucifer absolutely dicing it with Reckless. Reckless in the monster Porsche absolutely standing the pressure. He is just holding his line whilst Dreaded Lucifer just tries to throw everything he can at him, and it has not shook Reckless in any way whatsoever. And Reckless still there in the braking zone. Reckless fears nothing. Oh, and he kicks up a lot of stones there. And Dreaded Lucifer, though, still behind in the Lambo, still sucking on that exhaust fuse as Tommy Roo joins the party. Right, we'll come back to these guys. It's going to get dicey. So there we go. Yeah, the hybrid. Oh, it doesn't fill up under braking. There you go. Oh, a little bit, but not great. I see Adnap. Oh, yes. I see what Chunky Rybina is getting at there. Yeah, the Nissan, it doesn't replenish its boost very well. If at all. He's 8 seconds at the moment, is boosted with Garuda. He's lost a second on Adnap. Adnap a 3:29.7 last time out. Garuda 29.4. So the Nissan's still 1:30 from boosted. I wonder if he lost a bit of concentration. Just had a rest on the straight. MJ 31 last time around for him. They're getting through their tyres nicely now, the two Porsches. Sinister on the mediums, 3 seconds. The fuel is minimal between any of them. They're all about half a tank now. Deacon do, yeah. The group ones all similar on fuel. Except for J Car, but he made that pit stop for damage. Chunky Rybina in the chat says tops up under braking and coasting, uses on acceleration. Yeah, it doesn't top up as much as the Porsche then, I take it. It just seems to be a little slither of green and then it's gone as soon as they accelerate. Is that because in real life they had to do the whole season without that hybrid system because they couldn't get it to work, KERS or whatever it's called? I do remember, because I was working somewhere, we were making parts for that car, and I remember they just entered the season because they really wanted to be in the season, but they couldn't get the hybrid to work, so they always drove around with at the back.
Should make it fun.
So Garuda then also still holding those couple of seconds to Adnap. Adnap goes fastest of everyone, ladies and gents. The Porsches are starting to come to life as the floodlights come on here at Le Mans and we enter into the evening time. And Vodka Rob saying heading into the night should make it fun. Oh my word, yeah. And Chunky Rybina says Audi is better on hybrid, followed by Porsche. There you go. So boosted at the moment then, driving into the dark. Shall we have a quick look? And that is what boosted sees at the moment. And it'll be shaking, it'll shake him that Adnap's taken that fastest lap. He's in VR, so he has no information whatsoever fed back to him. He doesn't see any of the stuff that we see on the screen. He's pretty much just running off his own dashboard and a little map. Did he just switch cars? I don't think he did, but it seemed really weird. So there goes boosted. Garuda, is he in trouble from Adnap? 1.6 seconds now from Adnap, but they've not got They've not got as long on them tyres, although going through the night on the softs, that's got to be helpful. That must help them out, surely. Sinister dropping back a little bit. The mediums, it might be the cold track, you know, is affecting some of these cars, because it looks like the mediums are dropping off the pace a little as well. Podrob saying that Nissan was a nail in real life, wasn't it? Either that or it wasn't developed properly, as I remember. Yeah, no, I think that's the one that they couldn't get the KERS system to work on it. So they entered anyway, but they had to just drive around at the back of everyone. So boosted. I mean, in all fairness, this might be the only race this Nissan does okay at. We've got some very tricky tracks coming up this season. Should give you a little highlight of what's to come, shouldn't I? What you can expect from this championship, ladies and gents, if you're going to invest your time over a whole season. It's a big question, isn't it? It's a lot of and time is valuable. So let's have a little heads up of what we can expect this season. I tell you what, we can expect some absolutely cracking racing. We've already witnessed that in the last 20 minutes. So you've got that tick. We've got here at Le Mans, absolutely delicious track, and it is like the real thing, ladies and gents. Just squint your eyes and we could be watching the real 24-hour Le Mans, honestly. And not the best to see out of. Is it that with that long nose? Yeah, no. I can't see out of these cars anyway, because I also play in VR, and those defenders are just so high. So MJ pushing on, and it is really dark out there now. These guys are going to really struggle. Kefas, 12.7 seconds behind Deacon Do. Tommy Roo is leading. Reckless, Dreaded Lucifer's in the pits. Autosport, Duffman, and Thunder. So our first round of pit stops for the Group 3 cars. Thunder then has pitted. So Tommy Roo is now leading. And Reckless. Fuel, they've got enough to get around another lap or so, I should believe. Oliver as well, opting not to make a pit stop there. That's your top three, Tommy Roo, Reckless. And how did Tommy Roo get past Reckless? He hasn't got any damage on Reckless. Ooh, on lap 4 he did a 4:07. We knew he was racing hard. Tommy Roo was catching him up. Oh, I said I was going to go back to it, wasn't I? Silly Billy. I didn't go back to it. We obviously missed something. Thunder, Dreaded Lucifer's gone into the pits. Put a set of mediums on, filled right up. Autosport in the Honda. He was raging hard earlier in the race. They're starting to get the blue flags. Is that for boosted? Yeah, we can see some tail lights up in the distance. So boosted is starting to come across the Group 3 cars. He's probably got past a couple because of the pit stops, but so the Group 3 cars have been briefed not to do anything. Just stay on your racing line and run your race. It's down to the Group 1 cars to get by. And that worked perfectly there. Beautiful stuff. And you can see, is it Oliver trying to just slam over there and get a tow? Just a small one from Get Boosted. Garuda, 8 seconds then. He seems to be worrying about heating his tyres. He's wiggling. He looked like he was wiggling around a little bit there. He's doing 29s regularly. He's pulled away from Adnap, even though Adnap did a 28.6. He seems to have dropped the pace. Oh no, was that Garuda coming off? No. Wow, they just... Oh, it is. It is. Garuda's had a moment. I thought I heard tyre squeal. And yes, Garuda having a moment there in the Nissan. And Adnap then moves up and into second place. But his tyres are getting there, ladies and gents. Sinister, only 1.7 seconds behind MJ now, with Deacon Do in 6th. Kefus is 7th. J-Car is 8th. There's quite a tidy gap between all of those. Then we're down to the Group 3 cars, with Tommy Roo in 1st, Reckless in 2nd, and they're just getting lapped by the Nissan. Tommy Roo goes into the pits, and so does Reckless. Is Oliver as well? Yeah, I suppose they're going to have to. Their fuel is flashing, so that should put Thunder back into the lead of this race, as that must be what, Garuda getting by him? I don't think it was Naudi, actually. No, it wasn't. It was either Sinister or Deacon Do. So Thunder should easily be back in the lead of this race, and I know we're watching Thunder, but really should be Dreaded Lucifer, isn't it? Because that's where I think the 2 Porsches are going to come out with this man here. We know Thunder's going to take the lead of the Group 3 race, but it's down to where Dreaded Lucifer and Tommy Roo and Reckless come out of the pits. They were all racing each other. Lucifer obviously might get an undercut here, you know. Fuel is slowly topping up as Dread Lucifer goes through the chicanes. And does he get, is it 2nd spot he's aiming for? Oh no, Tommy Roo's got out, I think. Tommy Roo out of the pits. And Reckless ahead. So Reckless in 10th. Not 10th, sorry, in 2nd. Tommy Roo in 3rd. Dreaded Lucifer just behind him, 1.6 seconds. Now we've got the tyre, the cold tyre syndrome. But he's gone to softs, where Dreaded Lucifer's on mediums. So it's going to be a struggle for Dreaded Lucifer to live with that Porsche. The other Porsche, no. Sorry, the other Porsche went to softs as well. Both Porsches going onto the soft tyre for this stint. But Dreaded Lucifer went to the medium tyre. Now the guys who've just pitted is Oliver, 13 seconds adrift of Dreaded Lucifer, but only 2 seconds ahead of Autosport. He's got medium tyres. Soft tyres for Autosport there in the Honda. And Duffman, he's gone soft tyres in the BMW. Boosted lead still 13 seconds from Adnap. Garuda slowly trying to get back at Adnap, it would seem. And only 5 seconds behind them is MJ and Sinister. They are together. Vodka in the chat saying, I like the pit stops at Watkins because it seems more like real time. Here it seems way off. Well, apparently they looked into it and it works out about 3 litres a second. They've set it at, so the pit stop feels like it would be for them. They got changed drivers and stuff. They do sit in the pits a while, I'm sure. I don't know what the gap was. But it was about 56 seconds, I think, when J-Car made his pit stop. He was ahead of Keffer, so it might be longer. I apologise. Boosted then still leads. Oh, like he lost the car for a second there, ladies and gents, but he's got it all back together. Adnap in 2nd, but he comes into the pits. Those soft tyres are spent. Garuda continues on. This is where strategy starts playing a huge part in this race. Sinister is already ahead of MJ. MJ's gone into the pits. That might be why Sinister's ahead. I don't think we missed an overtake there. I think MJ just needed to pit, and that puts Sinister up into 3rd. He's got similar fuel tanks to the guys. Oh, Boosted saved quite well with his fuel, just under a quarter of a tank. Garuda, I mean, we're going to have to say percentages. I would say 17% of fuel left. Sinister, I would probably say, 12% fuel left. Deacon, again, about 12% of the fuel. Adnap and Kefus has pitted also. Oh man, he was on vapors when he got to the pit stop. Did Kefus. And now J Car, does that bring him back into the fold? He's been doing good lap times since his pit stop. Oh, and Vodka Rob said, I meant more as you pull into the pits until you hit the pit box. Oh yeah, sorry man. So J Car, he's looking to put Kefus, he might get closer to. MJ's up there, and he fighting for a podium. It's going to be a struggle for the car man. MJ already out of the pits, some 8 seconds behind Adnap. So he's lost time to his teammate. They've put the same amount of fuel in. Deacon Do yet to pit. His fuel is in the red, as is Sinistor. Garuda's still okay. It's still not red yet, but I haven't drank my hot brew yet, my warm brew. It might be a cool brew at this point. Oh, sorry, that wasn't meant to be a Slurpee or Gulpy as that. But I saw Kefus was... Did he just pit? He has. Oh yeah, he was pitting, wasn't he? Sorry. Duh. So J Car, I mean, it hasn't righted itself yet. It's still saying he's a minute behind. Oh, no, now less than a... Oh, getting closer, getting closer. 24 seconds. 22 seconds. That's not much, you know, in the grand scheme of a 2-hour race. We're already 30 minutes into it as Kefus in his Audi comes across a couple of the Group 3 runners. That's the Porsche and the Lamborghini. That's the battle for second and third right there, ladies and gents. We're seeing Kefus blast by towards the first chicane. Oh, it amazes me how those Group 1s stay on. They just seem to go flying into it so fast. And then everything's okay. So J Car had that earlier issue, had to make an early pit stop, and it's put him on the back foot for the time being in the Audi. Thunder still leads. He's got a good 16-second lead now in the Ferrari. Reckless is only 8/10 ahead of Tommy Roo. On board with Tommy Roo. Garuda comes in. We did see his fuel was low. Looks like Booster's staying out. Sinistor also coming in. We're on board with Tommy Roo. We should go and see how Deacon Do. He's going to have to pit as well. He comes in. So Adnap, 31 seconds adrift of Deacon Do. Says he's a minute 20 behind Get Boosted now. Boosted yet to pit. He's got to be on fumes at the moment. Deacon Do yet to get to his pit box. Sinister already there, topping up. Garuda also topping up. He would have been ahead of Sinister as well, but it looks like Sinister saved better fuel. Is Sinister going to get out of the pits before Garuda? His team are filling him up a lot earlier, you know. He's got a bit more. It's going to be nip and tuck with Garuda and Sinister, I believe. Adnap is now coming around the chicanes and across the line, and that's Adnap back up and into second place. Sinister's moving. Sinister's going to have just stole third place. My good golly gosh, ladies and gents, look at that. The sly old fox hiding away in the background, just not quite saving fuel, but saving enough fuel to jump Garuda in the pits. Cracking move by the American there. Garuda caught with his pants down, or his pit crew caught with their pants down. Garuda's gone soft. Sinister has gone, Sinister didn't change his tyres either, ladies and gents. He just went in and got fuel. That would save a bit of time also. Interesting. Garuda on a brand new set of softs heading towards my man Sinister there. What an absolute cracking race we've got on our hands here. It's going to go off. What's this? Garuda blasting past Sinister. down the straight. That Nissan's got pace, or Sinister's got his fuel turned down. Who knows? But yeah, Garuda just came from nowhere with that toe, blasted past Sinister, and I don't think Sinister was too fussed about it. Ribena says fuel runs out quicker than softs. It does seem that way. And I don't know, he doesn't really look like... Well, he has jumped MJ as well, because MJ's changed his tyres to the medium tyre. So it has jumped him some places, but he's going to have lost pace. Surely, well, he has obviously done the math and worked out that he will lose more time changing the tyres than he will on the lap time. Sinister is one to watch out for, I believe, ladies and gentlemen. Deacon Do then, he's at his pit stop. He's 18 seconds ahead of the Audis, 20 seconds behind MJ. Get Boosted's pitting now, but he's a minute, 1 minute 20 seconds ahead of Adnap. What are we thinking? It's about a minute or so? No, 30. It was about 40 or 50 seconds between, who was it we saw coming out? Adnap? Yeah. So, Get Boosted, I believe, will get back out in the lead with probably about 30 seconds to spare. Garuda only 1 second behind Adnap. Garuda is absolutely on a push on those soft tyres. Adnap's gone for the mediums as well. And it looks like Garuda trying to break Sinister's toe. He only wants the toe to save fuel, I believe. He's already got one scalp in the shape of MJ from his... he's like the professor, isn't he? He's like our very own Prost out there, is Sinister. He's a thinker. And that then, still quite away from the pit lane, and there goes Boosted, released back out into the wilds, racing softs. And he's going to do some absolute magic now in with the look of like some purples all over the place. Yeah, Chunky Ribena says soft seems a no-brainer, right? Well, yeah, they don't go off before the fuel. Yeah. And the fuel's going off. I don't know, maybe eke the fuel down, because we're 30 minutes into a 2-hour race. They've had one stop, so it's going to be at the minimum 3 stops. Well, 3 stops isn't too bad, I suppose. But yeah, the mediums don't seem to... Although, we'll see. Because Adnap and MJ were both on the softs in the beginning. They've gone to the mediums. But yeah, it does seem like the soft tyre is the prime tyre to be on. It doesn't wear out before the fuel runs out before. Kefas has gone on to the softs. J Car, he's sticking with the mediums. He's going into the pits. J Car, put softs on. Put softs on. Mediums are no good. And so Boosted then leads this race by 17 seconds. So yeah, it's over a minute is a pit stop. And Adnap pushing on a 31.8 last time around for him on his set of medium tyres. Garuda is going to close in, isn't he, on those soft tyres. Sinister as well in the thick of the action. And he's taking his mediums for a second trip around. MJ, he went to a set of mediums as well. 5.9 seconds behind Sinister. He did a 33 last time around, but Sinister was an outlap last time, so it's hard to judge. Deacon Do 22 seconds behind. I think he also, him and Sinister, both must have planned that, because he left the mediums on as well. And he's 12 seconds behind Kefas. But yeah, I suppose it's if you're going to use the mediums, don't change them. You can save time in a pit stop with the medium tyre. So the medium tyres might still be in play here. We'll see how Sinister and Deacon do with that strategy. Save themselves a tyre pit stop. But boosted. Oh, sorry. Let's go down and have a look at Thunder. 17.8 seconds. Tommy is still only 1.3 seconds ahead of Reckless. But where's the other? Yeah. Oh, both Porsches. Where's the Lambo? Hang on, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Thunder is leading. Tommy Roo is second. Third for Reckless in the other Porsche. Autosport is 12. Oliver is 13. Sorry. It's fourth and fifth. Dreaded Lucifer is sixth. What happened to ye? Oh, he had a couple of laps in the 21s there. Oh yeah, he had a couple of rough laps in a row. Lap 7 and lap 8. 7 might have been an out lap. Lap 5, 6, 7 and 8 are laps he will not want to remember. Will Dreaded Lucifer, and now he's 20 seconds behind Oliver. Oliver doing an absolute cracking job in 5th place and all over the back of Autosport. Okay, Chunky Ribena in the chat says, got a dash guys, need sleep and 8-hour drive home in the morning. Good luck, Chunky Ribena, be safe. Can't wait to see you back on the airwaves. I do like me a Chunky Ribena stream. So if you guys haven't witnessed such a wondrous thing, get yourself subscribed to Chunky Ribena and watch the racing from his angle. He's back next round. Thunder in the chat saying, good night, Chunky, sweet dreams. Thunder, I will get cross with you, my friends, because you're leading a race and you haven't got time to be sat there typing to people. Missing next week too, but back week after for round 3. Okay, good luck. Oh, I was reading you the tracks, wasn't I? I got sidetracked. But Thunder has come into the pits. Doesn't really need fuel or tyres. He's just coming in for the hell of it, it seems. Tommy Roo, he's not going to come in. Half a tank with soft tyres. So Tommy Roo's going to take the lead. Oh, that's a beautiful sight, isn't it? Coming through the stadium. Oh, that's lovely. That is really nice. Champion. So Tommy Roo and Reckless goes up and into 2nd place now. Interesting stuff from Thunder. I don't think he really needed the pit stop just yet, but he took it anyway. And that's put the 2 Porsches in the lead of this race then. Tommy Roo, 4.6 seconds ahead of Reckless. Thunder in the pits. Then we've got Autosport and Oliver racing. I think Autosport, did he get past him? No, I think the McLaren was behind. And Thunder with a smiley face saying, you can't scold me. And Vodka Rob saying, it's for Friday, fish and chips. Oh yeah, smash it. Bit of cod with batter. Excuse me. Ooh, it's a yellow flag. Someone's had an off. It looks like an Audi. It's a J car, I'm afraid. It's a J car, I am afraid, having a moment, and he's picked up some damage as he's only just fueled up, and he gets back past the Group 3 car. But poor old J car not having the best of it here at Le Mans. Vodka saying, I just realised what the time was and got my order in before it closed. Good stuff. Yes, nice. Le Mans and fish and chips. Why not? Thank you very much. So Boosted leads this 22.1 seconds. Adnap. The medium tyre's not working for him as much this time around. He can't get the times up, and Boosted has taken that fastest lap. Vodka Rob saying, small cod in batter, scampi, chips and mushy peas. Oh, yes, you're making me salivate. So Garuda then in third. He was closing in on Adnap, and he still is. A 32 last time around from Garuda. A 31. It's touch and go between the two of them. Nothing in it. Sinister in fourth. He needs one to watch. Keeping his head down, just cracking on. He's only 4 seconds behind that battle. There could be a podium in the works for Sinister here. MJ in fifth. It's still quite a close field after 45 minutes. 6 or so seconds. Then we've got Deacon Do. 25 seconds behind MJ and only 3 seconds ahead of Kefus. My word, Kefus in the Audi absolutely driving beyond its limitations. Look at it, 31, 29 and 30. Deacon Do in the 35s. He's going to be in trouble. He's kept them old tyres on. And Kefus with the fresh softs, when they're not so fresh now, is starting to close in on the Deacon of Do. J Car in his Audi having a slight mare. Got the damage as well. That's going to be costing him. Right then, we've got the two Porsches leading this race, ladies and gentlemen, in the Group 3 category. Tommy Roo ahead of Reckless. Autosport in third in the Honda, but he needs to pit. He is definitely in need of a pit stop. How far away is he? That is quite a way. Hopefully he can make it. Oliver in the McLaren. He's got loads of fuel. He can crack on for a little longer. He'll be moving up into third spot. Thunder, after his pit stop, back out again. And chasing down the fourth place, Oliver. Dreaded Lucifer, God knows what happened to him. He's back on pace now, though, with a 4:01 last time around. And Duffman in the BMW. He's had a couple of rough laps. He was doing 4:06s, lovely times, but Duffman starting to fall off a little bit of the pace of late. Crack on, lads, you know it. Just enjoy the scenery. So a few pit stops then in the Group 3s. Oh no, J Car's gone in to fix his damage, sorry. Who's pitted then? Oh, it's Autosport. Yeah, Autosport did make it to the pits. Oliver's gone in with him. That's interesting. He's got 21% left, but I reckon he could have gone around for another lap. Dreaded Lucifer also coming in. He's got damage though. He might be coming in to fix that damage. And that means Duffman still could get in on the action here. It's about a minute. A pit stop. Dreaded Lucifer also has to have something fixed on his car. So Duffman, he could still see a little bit of action. And Brody in the chat saying good evening. Hello. So at the moment, Boosted absolutely annihilating the rest of the field. They thought the long boy Nissan was going to slow him down. Well, they were wrong. Nothing slows down Get Boosted. He is an enigma. The boy from the valley. They made the Gran Turismo film about him. That kid that went into the arcade in Wales. That was Boosted. It was based on Boosted's life. Adnap in a second place for the Porsche. And he's pulling away from Garuda. Garuda 32 or 31. Garuda had it down to about 4 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. And it's dropped to 6 now. So it looks like Garuda, maybe on this lap, has had a small issue. Sinistor still in the picture for a podium. I would not count him out. And MJ is closing back up to Sinister. This is intriguing. It's a 200-mile-an-hour game of chess, ladies and gentlemen. Deacon Do. Kefus is into the pits to fix that damage. He's got a couple of minutes on J Car though, so I think he'll be all right. Those Audis seem to have been quite temperamental so far in this first race. They might want to swap to Toyota or something. Pull a Haas and get Toyota involved. They'll That'll be an interesting thing. So Boosted then leads 24 seconds ahead of Adnap. And it's seesawing, isn't it, really? It's down to 5 seconds, so it's obviously different parts of the track, suits different the different cars. Because Garuda is closing back up to Adnap. I'm sure they'll go through the chicanes and Adnap will open up the lead again. But it can all change in a pit stop. Sinister didn't change his medium tyres in that last pit stop. He's doing 33s. MJ is doing 32s on his... Oh, he's got mediums as well. But they're a lot grippier, and he's definitely closing in on Sinistor. So Sinistor will have to watch his 6 soon. And I believe I was going to say the sun's coming back up. I think the sun is coming back up again, ladies and gentlemen. So Boosted is leading your race. He's taken a set of softs out. He's got the fastest lap. Adnap is second, ahead of Garuda in third. It's definitely getting lighter out there. Ooh, it's nice. I didn't have my coffee. My cold coffee now, it's gone. It's too late. Nothing saving this bad boy. Stick a toaster in it and not warm it up. Sinister in fourth. MJ fifth. Yes. Still looks great in the stadium area. Deacon Do is sixth. He's less than a minute ahead of Kefas now. It looks like Kefas. Oh yeah, because he had damage, didn't he? Just filled up. Didn't bother to change his tyres. And J Car absolutely slinging that Audi, driving it like he means it. The race has not been kind to him, especially during the evening. It seems to have lost a bit of time during the nighttime period. Tommy Roo still leading in the Porsche. He's pitted, he's back out. He must have pitted, he did. Reckless also pitted ahead of Thunder. Oh no. What the bejeebus is happening here? Thunder in the Ferrari looking very comfortable in the lead. Seems like the Porsches have absolutely pulled a coup. They've pulled a huge coup. 8 seconds ahead of Reckless. And Reckless is 6 seconds ahead of Thunder. My God, golly gosh. Colour me shocked. Oliver in 4th place. Ahead of Autosport just about. Autosport's had an issue as well, I'm sure, because he was ahead of Oliver, was he not? Oh, Oliver's on the softs. Autosport also on the softs, yeah. I'm not sure what's happened there. Quicker pit stop from McLaren. Standard. The Honda team, and it's a struggle for Autosport to get through that tricky corner to Tourette's, I'll call it. It's something like that. Toulouse or something. Dreaded Lucifer, 17 seconds behind Autosport. Dreaded Lucifer in the battle for the podium earlier on. Could have been possibly leading this race with the events that have unfolded. Up ahead on the Group 3s. And Duffman still cracking on in that Beamer. He's recently pitted, he's put some soft tyres on. And yeah, he's out there just enjoying himself. And that is what it's about. But it looks like Tommy Roo is looking good for a win here as we come up to the halfway mark. The Group 3 cars still in racing distance, I would say. Thunder, he's got to pull his finger out, and he's got to do some absolute magnificent lap times to try and get back with the Porsches. One of the Porsches is on medium tyres. That will help a lot, I am sure, with Thunder's predicament. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Did he get a hefty penalty? Oh, he pitted again. What did he pit again for? The saying he's on his out lap, but he pitted a couple of laps earlier, didn't he? Well, I'm not sure. Maybe he didn't fuel up properly. I have no idea. I saw his fuel. I thought it looked weird that he only had like three quarters filled, but still. Well, I do not know, ladies and gents, what has happened here, but it looks like Thunder's made a double pit stop. Kids are looking like lap 10 and lap 12. Maybe he picked up damage. Oh, I bet you he's picked up some damage that we haven't seen. And he's gone into the pits to fix it, and it's put him back into third spot. Solved it. Yeah. In your face, Sherlock Holmes. In your face, Inspector Clouseau. In your face, Inspector Gadget. There's a new kid on town. Thingy. Inspector Thingy comes up with it. He can solve it. Yo, what's your problem? Yeah, I'll solve it. Listen to the hook while my DJ performs it. Yeah. So, Dreaded, Lucifer, 17 seconds behind Autosport, who's quite close then. Autosport and Oliver R. Now, he's a bit of a distance, but Garuda and Sinister. Oh, there we go. MJ and Sinister. So, it's a terrible time to take a quick break, isn't it? There's some racing involved. Try not to race each other too much, guys. We're going to have our little... Ooh! Why is his windscreen wiper on? There is no rain. It's not raining. I'm pretty sure it's not raining. No. That's just MJ. He's smacking buttons all over the show in that cockpit. And he's turned his windscreen wiper on. That. I guess if you're on the bonnet cam, you probably can't see. I'm not going to leave you on that. That's going to be annoying. We'll have to go on. There you go. I do like to leave it in there for you, but geez, that windscreen wiper is just going to drive you mad, isn't it? It'd drive me mad. Alright, we'll go there. Okay, enjoy, ladies and gents. I'll give your ears a small break, because listening to me for too long is not good for your health. And I shall return. I'm still going to be watching. I'll be stood in the garden. I like to stand in the garden for at least 5 minutes and watch. I like to see what you guys are seeing. Vodka Rob saying, I don't even use the wipers in the rain. What do you mean? You're in VR, you have to use the wipers. Oh, and there we go, MJ, right on his broad beam, isn't he? Right on that tailpipe. Getting lovely tow. Is he lifting off the accelerator? No, he's not doing any fuel save there, ladies and gents. He is foot to the floor all the way. And it looks like he is going to whip by Sinister. Oh, he left it very last minute there. My good golly gosh. And he comes through. I don't know what the Porsche curves. There is a lovely pair of Porsches right there. So we'll go on as Sinister's view. He hasn't got his windscreen wiper on. There you go. That's not as annoying. But it looks like we're going to watch MJ run away, and I'm not sure. Oh, those tyres are looking a bit painful from Sinister. So he'll definitely be changing them in his next pit stop, but he's still got 25% of fuel. Oh, the grip is unreal, isn't it? You go out there and I think, oh my God, I'm sure a wheel lifted off there where he turned left. Oh my Lord. Really is impressive. Maybe I should have a go in one. I like it. It's just turns on the dime, so much grip. It's beautiful. But MJ absolutely running away with it, running away from Sinister at the moment. Jeez, he leaves it so late to turn in. So much trust in the car. Good golly. So yeah, chill out with Sinister for a short while. Should I do another quick run through? No, we've got boosted leads. Adnap in second, Garuda in third, MJ in fourth. Although, yeah, and the first, second, and third of the Group 3s were a little spaced out. Sorry, I jumped about 3 there. So yeah, you got Tommy Roo, 13 seconds ahead of Reckless, but Thunder, we're going to go on board with Thunder. It's the Group 3 cars, I know. Nothing wrong with that. But Thunder is on an absolute push at the moment. I think he got some damage and had to go back into the pits, which lost him the lead. And Vodka Rob saying, I used the Super Formula car today. The quick name is insane. I love that Super Formula car. I can't wait for that championship to show up somewhere. I will lose badly, but oh my God. They are good fun to drive. It's like that old 60s Honda F1 car as well. That's what fun they are. Around Grand Valley. I like Grand Valley. I don't know why people moan about it. I think it's a great track. And I'll tell you what, after your short break from me, I will tell you what the calendar of this season is, so then you can see if it's worth investing. But in all fairness, you've invested about an hour or so of your life into it, so you may as well go the whole season, ain't you? At this point, what the hell? So yeah, Thunder has closed in on Reckless. I think Reckless is on the medium tyres, remember? So Thunder should get by. But at the moment, it looks like Tommy Roo reigns supreme. Oh, the old McLaren F1 car is great fun as well. Oh yeah, I love that. Oh man, I was obsessed for a while. I just painted that. I got the old Marlboro McLaren paint job on it. Got a Senna helmet and just went round and round in circles. Brazil, sorry. The Brazil bit was the important part, wasn't it? And there we go. Thunder gets the move done up the inside. No, he does not. He does not, because Reckless is still there. But I think Thunder has got the move done now, it would seem. Oh, side-by-side action up the straights, ladies and gents. Does it get any better than that? Ooh, yeah. Oops, was there a little knock up the bum ski, or was that just a weird lag? So Reckless still ahead somehow. Yeah, it was a little bumpy. They're all meant to be in chat with each other. I'm sure one of the rules was to keep the text down. Adnap's come into the pits. What's that put Garuda? Garuda's coming into the pits. He's got no tyres left. So no, the soft tyres don't outlive the Nissan. The Nissan cannot do soft tyres with that fuel. MJ's coming in with the mediums, but he's barely touched the mediums. Will they do a Sinister and not change him and Adnap? They've got everything. They could do that. Sinister, it worked for him. He's not quite leading this race, but he's up to second now. And without changing those tyres, he's done an absolutely blinding job. Has to be said. MJ, I don't know. See, MJ isn't fueling up yet. Oh, he's not in his box yet. That's why. They're definitely changing the tyres on Garuda. I don't think they've changed Adnap's tyres. I think they've gone straight for the fuel. It's a slow fuel thing. Wowzers. Garuda then putting some in, and MJ is there now. And I think that fuel started going quite quickly. So I'm assuming the Porsches are not going to change their tyres. Garuda is. And that's out already, yeah, used mediums. So there you go. Double stint in the medium tyres. Deacon Do is past the line and ahead of Garuda and MJ at the moment. So that's Deacon Do, but he is getting close to his pit stop, as is Sinister. Sinister's going to be pitting at the end of this lap, I believe. Not quite enough on Adnap there, but possibly Garuda and MJ. I think he's definitely going to beat MJ out of the pits. Garuda, it's going to be nip and tuck. So MJ did change his tyres. I apologise. MJ put a set of softs on. Adnap has opted to double stack those tyres, as we've seen Deacon Do, Sinistor, and who else was the other one? A lap car, yeah, Reckless with Kefus, and J-Car there in 8th place. It's not the greatest race for the Audis, but I do think they were expecting Le Mans to be a struggle for them. Tommy Roo still leads with 16 seconds on Thunder, who's got past Reckless now. Sport under threat from Oliver. Oliver on the move there from Autosport. Autosport tucks in behind. And I think this is it. This is definitely where we're going to take our short break. We're going to be on board in the Honda as they duke it out there. Or are we going to be on board with the McLaren? Oh, they're side by side. I apologise, ladies and gents. What an absolute dice between Autosport and Oliver as Get Boosted goes into the pits, but I am pretty sure he will be back out ahead of Sinister. But Sinister will be going into the pits at the end of this lap also. Should wait around really, but there isn't. I mean, for a 2-hour race, you think there'd be a lot of gaps and stuff, but it's been quite action-packed all the way. So Boosted's in. We expect Sinister to come in at the end of the lap. And I think that'll put Adnap ahead. Ooh, though Adnap's gone pretty wide there. Deacon Do only 2.2 seconds behind. He'll be coming into the pits also. And behind them, Garuda. It's all very tight here. Sinister does go into the pits. And I think we're going to see Deacon Do go into the pits. And the battle will be between Garuda and Adnap. Garuda on the medium tyres. Adnap on the used mediums. Beautiful stuff. Where is Sinister going to come out? He's not at his pit lane yet. But these guys are some way off as they come up to the BMW. We should see Deacon Do peel off into the pit lane. Sinister has changed his tyres. He's fueling up. Adnap. Oh, stuck behind a Group 3 car in a tricky part of the track. Finally gets by. Garuda, I said, was going to struggle against Sinister, but it does look like Garuda is through. I thought it'd be tight between Sinister and Garuda, but no, Sinister's still filling up. And MJ, he's on the pit straight as well. I thought Sinister would definitely get out ahead of MJ, but no, it seems not. Sinister's put a set of softs on. He's out. And now he is chasing MJ, some 3 seconds behind. Look at the tightness here, ladies and gents. Adnap, 2.6 seconds ahead of Garuda. MJ, 3.9 seconds ahead of Sinister. Deacon Do is still in the pits, and I don't think Kefas will be that far behind. Oh, big damage for Kefas, though. Oh, no. The car undrivable with that damage. And J Car just getting past the Lamborghini of dreaded Lucifer. Sinister then. He's gone for the soft tyres. This one's going to be a run against MJ. Garuda is getting ever closer, so we're finally going to do it. I will see you soon. there you have it. Garuda just got past him, didn't he? Well, I wasn't even here. Couldn't wait for me. Bloody hell. So Garuda up into second now, ladies and gents. Race on. Race is on. Boosted is in another dimension. He's broke through the parallel universe wall. He is now racing in 4 different races at this point. He's come across a Lamborghini. Ooh, so fast. Poor Lambo sat there thinking, my good golly gosh, that's one fast car. Look at it disappear. So let's have a run through then. As I have been away, I apologise. I was watching through the conservatory window. Garuda in second, just after getting past the Porsche of Adnap, who is doing a great job there. In third place, 15 seconds ahead of MJ. Sinister come out the pits on soft tyres, remember, just behind MJ. MJ put fresh mediums on. So Sinister trying to hunt himself down a pink Porsche. Deacon Do 45 seconds adrift of his teammate, but more importantly 1.5 minutes ahead of the Audi. J-Car just recently pitted. He's only 38 seconds behind his teammate on a set of softs. His teammate's on the mediums. It's asking a lot, but you don't know. They might be able to close up before the end of the race. Tommy Rue is still leading the Group 3 cars, but he's coming up to a pit stop. He hasn't even used all of the soft tyre. Unbelievable. Reckless. He's on a set of mediums. He's gone pretty wide there. He's losing a little bit. Thunder again has disappeared from second place. He's had another pit stop. But I think this one might just be a normal pit stop. Hopefully. Let's keep our fingers crossed. And he's pushing on now because his fight is with Reckless. And Tommy Rue looks like he might be okay here. We've got 46 minutes left of this 2-hour race. And there's racing still to be done. Autosport, he's been fighting with Oliver all race. 3 seconds apart are these pair. And the race is strong with them. Dreaded Lucifer absolutely had a stunning start to the race, but something went very wrong early on and it's put him further back. It's put him in 6th, ahead of Duffman in 7th, who is learning to get on top of the BMW. His lap times are a little bit inconsistent. Just find a lap you're comfortable with, and don't push too hard, my friend. You don't have to be the fastest out there. Sometimes the most consistent is faster over a race. Michael Schumacher himself says the aim is to win the race as slow as possible. Pretty sure that's what he said once. Boosted leads the race 39 seconds ahead of his teammate Garuda. The Nissans, underdogs some would say, for this race. No one was expecting this. The Nissans have come good. Vodka Rob, I think he said it a while ago, I was a massive Senna fan. Yeah, I was a post-Senna fan. I didn't really start watching F1 until '94, unfortunately. I know. And then learned about the man later in life and how good he was. So Garuda, 2nd place. All good at the moment. He has the threat of Adnap in the Porsche, but it does look like the Nissans have them Porsches beat today, with MJ on the medium tyres in 4th place, 12.5 seconds behind Adnap, and Sinister closing in at 1:30.0 from Sinister, and he's still flicking up the blue sectors. So MJ could be in trouble here with his medium tyres. What's the fuel like between... Oh, and MJ's used a lot more fuel than Sinister has. The Professor. Sinister with his maths. He can do 46 seconds adrift of his teammate. But he's just done his fastest lap of the race so far. Kefas in 7th in the Audi, and J Car 30 seconds adrift now. I am wondering, I mean, Kefas, we've still got a good length of racing to go here. But as Kefas is only standing in for Chunky for the first 2 rounds, maybe 2 rounds, I'm not sure. Maybe 1 round, maybe someone else will be in the Chunky car next round. But you would think the team thing to do would be to let J Car through. I'm not sure though. We'll see. We'll see how this race pans out, maybe near the end, as J Car is competing for the whole season. And it looks like Get Boosted is just about to lap the first of the Group 1 cars. There he goes, straight past the Audi. And that's 1 less lap that Kefas has to do now, or J Car has to do, should I say. I can't remember which one it was now. Oh no, it was Kefas, so it's the second Group 1 car. J Car putting a lap on the leader of the Group 3s. Talk about those. Let's have a look. Tommy Roo recently pitted. He's on his out lap. He's ahead of Reckless by 30 seconds, who also pitted. Thunder 26 seconds behind them, and he also pitted. Did he? No, he has. I am losing my mind with what Thunder's going on here. It looks like he's doing double pit stops every time. He can't be, surely. But his laps 10, 11 and 12 is 420. Oh, maybe it is over 3 laps. No, it can't be. 5:04 is long. Maybe he really wrecked his car, because that's quite a pit stop, ladies and gentlemen. So maybe he had a big damage, but he's 26 seconds behind at Reckless now. And he's now in the shooting zone of Autosport. It has to be said, Autosport and Oliver, 8/10 is apart from them, and they're only 6 seconds behind Thunder. So any more mistakes from Thunder, and he is going to find he's out of the podium altogether and fighting with 4th, 5th, who are locked together. Oh, Oliver there, the back end of the McLaren, just sliding out slightly. Absolutely delicious. The Honda and the McLaren here are just so close together. And it looks like Oliver, these guys are going to be absolutely wrecked by the end of this race. They've done nothing but race each other. And there you go. Oh, Oliver goes through past the Honda. Sport then stays on the back of that McLaren as they chase him down. They've lost a bit to Thunder, I think. Thunder so far only just still in the podium battle. That's Garuda going by the Porsche. Reckless in 2nd place. He'll be hoping his fellow Porsche driver has a bit of a mare and he can take a win here. Thunder, we thought we'd already had the cup engraved, in all fairness. We're going to have to peel the label off and put a new label on the trophy. Tommy Roo then completes his lap 20. And he leads this race by 32 seconds. Beautiful stuff. Get Boosted and leading for the Nissan team ahead of his teammate. The Nissan's coming away from Le Mans looking tidy, it would seem. Adnap Sinister has gone past MJ. I apologise, I missed it. But Sinister pulled the trigger on that bad boy. He's been doing some very solid lap times. And now he's leaving MJ, but oh, his fuel's caught up with MJ. MJ had used up a lot more fuel than Sinister. So Sinister is now starting to burn the fuel away. And how far? 7.5 seconds from Adnap. Adnap's tyres are absolutely torn apart. Remember, he didn't change them in his last pit stop. I think that's what helped Garuda get by. So Adnap could be in danger from Sinister at the moment. Sinister doing high 29s, low 30s. Well, low 30s, 30s and 29s is what he's doing at the moment. Adnap, 34s. You do the math. He's 7 seconds behind, but 4 seconds a lap closer. 2 laps, what's going to happen? And Adnap's tyres will be pretty much spent as well by then. Deacon Do, 49 seconds behind MJ, but with 38 minutes still on the clock, I believe anything can still happen here. I believe we could still have an upset as Deacon Do goes past the Ferrari of Thunder. The Audi boys. Now, Carr has caught up with Kefus quite a lot. Kefus is on the medium tyres. He's been doing 39 since his pit exit, with J Carr doing 3:29, which is the pace that we're seeing from Sinister at the moment. So yeah, he's halved his distance from Kefus. It looks like the Audis may be a change in position before the end of the race, which is understandable, because I think J Carr is signed up for the whole season, whereas Kefus is a stand-in driver. Taking points away from his teammate is probably not the best start to the season, but at the moment he's running on. I think he's slowing down. He's definitely not doing optimum laps, isn't he? We've seen him doing 35s. So maybe not. He'll probably message back saying, "You cheeky sod, I was pushing like hell, I was on medium tyre." He's on medium tyres, remember, ladies and gents. So yeah, he is possibly pushing on. Boosted leading. Oh, have I gone back to the top of the Group 1s? It's time to have a look at Tommy Rue. Tommy Rue is doing the do. Look at him go. My word, 32.2 second lead so far. In a beautiful looking Porsche. Reckless, 22 seconds ahead of Thunder. He's on the medium tyres. So what can Thunder do? No, maybe that was... It's weird. 29 and then a 504. I think he had to fix a big bit of damage there. A 504 pit stop either meant that he went off for a wee and just left his car sat in the pits at the time, or he had to fix something. But he's on a push now, but 22 seconds, big ask. He's pulling away from Oliver, and oh my god, Autosport, did he pit? He has pitted. Oliver, he doesn't need to pit. I think they did have a bit of a fuel difference between the two of them, but now Oliver, he's got a nice open bit of road ahead of him and behind him. No pressure, he can just get his head down, do some smashing lap times. 4:05 and a 4:03 of recent. Dreaded Lucifer has had an up and down race, it has to be said. He was up there fighting for the podium, and now he's back on track again. The sun's out, and the Lambo's guns are out, ladies and gents. Oh, the back end doesn't want to sit. He nearly gathered it up, and he missed the wall, which is more important. Well done, Dreaded Lucifer. What a catch. I thought that was heading for a wall for sure, and damage that way comes, but no, he gathered her up and got underway. He's got a good 30 odd seconds on Autosport, but remember, Autosport, I believe, does no, he doesn't have to pit. Oh, he's just pitted. We're Dreaded Lucifer. He's got half fuel, but the soft tyres are looking pretty tidy. And then we have Get Boosted, just putting a lap on. I mean, it's interesting. Autosport's done 20 laps. Get Boosted has done 24 laps. So it's 4 laps ahead at the moment. But this is not the lap game. It's the fuel game. I mean, it's the time game. So Boosted at the moment. Solid race from Boosted, nearly a minute ahead of his teammate, who's 10 seconds. He's pulling away from Adnap now. Sinister, who caught... Oh, MJ started to come back into it, though. So, Sinister is closing in on Adnap. Adnap could be in trouble. 33.8 last time around from him. He's got a quarter of a tank of fuel and not much tyre left. With Sinister at 31.2. We did the math, didn't we? It was 2 laps. This is the second lap. He's closing in quite quickly. Oh, well, did he go into the pits? No, he did not. So Adnap continues on. There's no reason for him to go in the pits. I'm just a bit worried about his tyres, that's all. And he can do 34.1. Sinister 31.6. What's that? 34.1, my word. MJ coming along for the fun as well. He did a 31 also. Adnap, he wants to string this one out. Pretty much just do one more stop now for the rest of this race, I believe. So Adnap doesn't want to pit too early. Wants that fuel for the end of the race. Sinister closing in. Similar fuel loads for Sinister and MJ. Oh no, MJ saved a bit more. No, that's Deacon Do, sorry. No, Sinister's definitely... MJ's burnt through a few a bit now. Picking up the pace, I think. Adnap. Do you know what? Adnap might be fuel saving, in all fairness. He might be going for a shorter fill in the last stint. Because I don't think Adnap's fuel's moved much in the last couple of laps. So I think Adnap on those older medium tyres, he does seem to be changing rather early if you look at his gear changes. Before it even gets to the top of the rev limiter. So I'm saying Sinister is doing some fuel save at the moment. MJ is pushing on. Deacon Do in 6th. He's nearly 2 minutes ahead of Kefus now. Kefus really lost the pace there since he's put the medium tyres on. Don't know if he's just easing off to let his teammate close in on him, or he really is struggling with the medium tyres, trying to find some good pace in the Audi. But J-Car at the moment with those soft tyres feeling rather comfortable and making the moves as he comes across the Group 3 Honda. Oh, I want to say Autosport. And he comes around. He definitely is catching up his Audi teammate. Tommy Roo still leads this race by nearly 40 seconds now. Thunder is somewhat 3 seconds closer to Reckless. He's not closing in enough, though, I believe, for this race to get second place back. Fuel is the same between the top 3 in the Group 3s. Thunder is using his tyres up a little bit more than the guys ahead of him. Oliver, 33 seconds ahead of dreaded Lucifer, still going. He's been fighting Autosport for most of this race. Autosport had to pit. And that's given Oliver a little bit of breathing space, and he's been doing some lovely consistent lap times since 403s and 404s on the money. Autosport, he's still doing his out laps, so he cannot tell. He's just about to do a lap, isn't he? 407, a little slower than Oliver. A lot slower. Oh, Oliver missing the chicane there. So Autosport pushing on. Sorry, Adnap's come in. Adnap has come in. The tyres too much. Sinister moves up. MJ also pitting, but he needed fuel. Deacon Do 53 seconds behind, quarter of a tank on the racing softs. I think the Porsches are going to be out, or the pink Porsches are going to be out. Not even at their blocks yet. Adnap is now going to change those tyres. top that bad boy up with fuel. MJ, they're getting new tyres. Deacon Do. Tell you what, it might be close. It could be close here. Deacon Do, what a comeback from Deacon Do, it has to be said. And Sinister pulling the moves up into third spot. We won't know until everyone's strategies have been executed. But Deacon Do moving up to fourth, is it? Yes, because Adnap's only just been released. And there you see Deacon Do disappearing up the road, but Deacon Do's on a very old set of soft tyres, managing 33s. Adnap's gone mediums again, heavy fuel. Mediums again for Adnap. MJ has gone soft. MJs have gone for the soft tyre. So this is fascinating. Sinister, still a quarter of a tank of fuel, but those soft tyres are getting used. Then Garuda is happily on his way. He's got a pit stop due, maybe in a lap, 2 laps maybe. You watch, he'll go in at the end of this lap now. And Boosted. It's a good job for the Group 3 cars. Boosted, it lets Boosted know there's other people on the track. Sinister then, absolute cracking drive from Sinister. Balancing out that fuel save and when to push. Deacon Do as well, the 2 Gulf Porsches. Jumping the pink Porsches right now, but there are still some pit stops left in this race, and I think Adnap and MJ have done their pit stops now. J-Car has got ahead of his teammate. Oh, but they've both got held up by the Lamborghini. And through they go. J-Car just ahead of Kefas, and I don't think Kefas is yielding because he's racing hard at the moment. So J-Car absolutely went and grabbed that one, doing some amazing lap times. Where was this earlier in the race, my friend? So the Audi coming to life in the daylight. Doesn't look like it likes the night, though. MJ in 6th, chasing after his teammate Adnap, some 7 seconds ahead with Deacon Do. 3 seconds ahead of Adnap, but he's on some very old tyres. Garuda does come in at the end of that lap. There you go. What can I say? Sinister could go ahead, but I think Sinister's going to come. No, he's not going to come in. Sinister going to move him back up into 2nd place. Deacon Do might pit. His fuel is looking a bit low. Now, can Adnap jump Garuda again? I think Garuda might have done enough now to stay ahead of Adnap, but you never know. Yeah, Adnap's miles back, isn't he? I don't think he's going to get Garuda there. He can do then, coming around. Adnap a little wide there. Garuda's still in the pits. Yeah, he's out now. There you go. He's only got Sinister to worry about, but Sinister does have a pit stop still to make. So Adnap, I think, will get ahead of Deacon Do when he makes his pit stop. So it looks like Garuda doing enough for 2nd, and Adnap might have 3rd, but his teammate who went soft tyres is making headway into Adnap. He's pulled a 2nd in on him so far. Kefas back ahead of the car. My word, these two are having a battle royale down here in the Audis. And again, J-Car pulling out and to go around Kefas, who pulls in to get a tow. But as long as they're going swiftly, because J-Car was doing nicely 130s and that was a 134 last time out, so they may be costing each other time. Although at this point in the race, with only 24 minutes to go, 2 minutes behind your nearest rival. I don't think that's going to change much. So yeah, why not have fun for the end of the race? Tommy Roo, 40 seconds, still ahead of second place Reckless. Thunder is stunted at 19 seconds. He cannot gain any more on Reckless. I believe we've still got another set of pit stops to do for the Group 3 cars. The Porsche's seeming okay at the moment. The Ferrari, a very thirsty car, or maybe it's the way he's driving it. He's in again. Is Thunder his favourite place in the Le Mans track? And Dreaded Lucifer, some 51 seconds behind. He's due a pit stop as well. Oliver recently pitted. That's what put Dreaded Lucifer up ahead of him. Autosport, 4.5 seconds behind Oliver. Massive race still to be had here before the end of the race. Before we see the checkered flag come out. Oliver and Autosport still to duke it out. Thunder in the chat, even though he's racing. Disappointed in the small fuel tank. Oh, there you go. The Ferrari has they've cheaped it with a small fuel tank. It's got a little bladder. It's like your nan. So Thunder back in the pits again. Sinister into the pits for his. This should put Garuda into second place. Set for the checkered flag. Deacon Do still not pitted, but he's got Adnap caught up with him. And Adnap cannot lose time. Ooh, that helps Sinister though, doesn't it? Does that not help Sinister out if Adnap loses time behind Sinister's teammate? I'm not saying conspiracy. That's for you to say. I just say it. I say, oh, look at that. And let someone else say there's a conspiracy going on. I tell you what, I'm chuffing freezing. I don't know if the back door's open, but it's bloody cold in there, and I don't know why. I'm gonna put my coat on. I'm usually stripping off during streams because I'm all hot and bothered. Adnap does get past Deacon, but that is because he goes into the pits. Does it help Sinister out? No, he's still in the pit. So Adnap looking absolutely solid for that third spot, but Sinister. Oh, and MJ as well, trying to sneak one through. What a race we've got here, ladies and gents, for the final podium position, with Adnap pushing on the medium tyres, MJ on the soft tyres, and Sinister coming out in 5th place, just behind MJ. And wowzers, absolute wowzers, and Sinister having a look. What's he on? Soft tyres. Fresher soft tyres than MJ. Deacon Do still in the pits, but I think he's pretty safe from... Oh, Kefis is back ahead of JK. We should watch them. But Sinister, absolutely. And now, does MJ play the same game Deacon Do played? Well, MJ just wants that position anyway, doesn't he? He's not about stopping Sinister coming through, although Sinister made short work of that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, but MJ tucks back in for the toe to have a look in the chicane. Oh, it was close, ladies and gentlemen. What an absolute beauty of a move from MJ, but it's compromised his exit, and that puts Sinister side by side, and two exact modelled cars trying to have a drag race down the straight, and it looks like Sinister, with his better drive out of the chicane, just edges ahead of MJ. What an absolute banger of a race here in the final closing sections of the race. Boosted's into the pits, but he's going to be back out ahead of everyone anyway. And at the moment we have a tough battle for 4th and 5th place. And Adnap not that far down the road, and here comes Sinister again out of the toe, coming up to the second chicane in the... Oh no, we're at Mulsanne, sorry. I thought, oh, the inside of Mulsanne. And MJ still edging ahead of Sinister. This is absolutely thrilling stuff here. MJ driving out of his skin, trying to keep the American behind. The Professor who has run all the stats, all of the maths. He's covered every single thing in the race, and he goes for another move on MJ, but he didn't count on MJ being an absolute legend of a driver and giving him such a hard time. MJ again around the outside of the tight corner, but it's not there to be had. And now Sinister up and into 4th place, but it is not over because MJ behind again in the tow, and they can see Adnap. Adnap only 6 seconds ahead, and he is trying to get around the McLaren of Oliver, I believe. Sinister then, 5 seconds that's cost Adnap, and this still might be a battle for the podium. It might not just be a battle for 4th and 5th. MJ having a look. On board with MJ as they come across the McLaren. Oh, the McLaren might play a part here. No, it's easily out of the way before MJ gets to the chicane. And over the curb a little bit there for MJ. And Sinister pushing hard. He wants that podium. He wants to catch Adnap up. And I guess these guys will be hoping that the Nissan's just as good on Le Mans and the rest of the calendar, which I never ended up telling you, did I? I'm sorry. Oh dear. Garuda seems safe at the moment. He's put a lap on an Audi. Adnap only 4 points. Sinister is really closing in on Adnap. Oh, Sinister mowing the lawn and going wide. Both of them going wide through Tourette's. Deacon do. I don't know why we're watching. Sorry, not no disrespect, but there's racing elsewhere. So here we go. We're at round 1, aren't we, for Le Mans? It's been a cracker. So next week it's Spa 24. So you don't want to miss that. I'm saying, you try and make your mind up if you're going to invest your time in it, but it's Spa, ladies and gents, in Group 1 cars, going through a Rouge. There's no, you can tolerate me for 90 minutes to watch that. Round 3 is Circuit des Cinquois. So twisty street circuit with Group 1 cars. Absolute craziness. Absolute craziness. Then round 4 is the Petit Le Mans. That's Road Atlanta. Again, Group 1 cars on Road Atlanta is crazy. You can't miss that. Then round 5 is going to be Daytona 24. Yes, please, sir. That would be lovely. Round 6 is the Glen, Watkins Glen. Unbelievable. Round 7 is Trial Mountain. Interesting. Interesting there. Round 8 is Sardinia. The A layout of Sardinia. That's interesting. Another street circuit. Round 9 is we're going back to St. Croix. We're going back to St. Croix for the reverse C layout. And then round 10 is Nürburgring. I don't know what cars. Oh, it's the Green Hell again. They didn't have enough last time. They ended last season with Green Hell, and they're going to do so again. Those crazy mofos. What is going on in their minds? So it doesn't look like Sinister can gain an advantage on Adnap. Adnap raising the pace. Thunder near enough jumping off the road there. Oh, how is Sinister holding on to that Porsche? It looks like it's just about to spin at any second. Right then, Group 3 cars. Here we go. Tommy Roo still leads this race, 42 seconds ahead of Reckless. I tell thee what, Thunder has shaken it up. He is only 10 seconds behind Reckless, but he's going in. Oh no, he's not going into the pits. Oh no, he's fine for pit stops. And here we see, oh, that's Sinister and MJ going past 3rd place in the Group 3 cars. And so Thunder is closing in on Reckless. Looks like he lost a bit of time with that. The Group 1 cars coming through. Oliver in 4th, ahead of Dreaded Lucifer. So Dreaded Lucifer got himself back into this race. Oh, poor Autosport has picked up some damage. That's why Autosport seems to have had a bit of a mishap. And that's put Dreaded Lucifer up a position. And Duffman has stuck with that Beamer. And I salute you, sir. You've got the best looking car on the grid. And you have got guts and determination. I am impressed with you. Meanwhile, there is a crazy race going on around him with Sinister trying to chase Adnap down and MJ trying to chase Sinister down. We've got 13 minutes. 13 minutes. We've been at this for an hour and 46 minutes, and there's nothing in it between 3rd, 4th and 5th, except for a load of Group 3 cars, which they could do without, I imagine. And on the straight, they easily get by them. Ooh, MJ, which way are you going to go? That way. He likes to leave it last minute, doesn't he? Scares me. What if you give him a knock? So, Sinister still only 8 tenths ahead of MJ. That MJ will be feeling some tow from the Gulf Peugeot. I keep saying Gulf Peugeot because it's Gulf colours, but I can't actually see a Gulf sticker on there, so it might not be Gulf, it's just using the Gulf colours. MJ right there now, 6 tenths. What an absolute battle we've got going on here. Sinister staying just ahead of the pink Porsche. And 3 tenths now. That toe is strong for MJ. Oh, he's turned his windscreen wiper off. 10th now as he comes up to the back. He loves that swing out, but it didn't work for him. I think Sinister managed to brake a little later, kicks up a bit of dust there as they come through the tighter section of the track. MJ absolutely driving, cracking, it has to say. He's been in the battles all race with one person or another as MJ. And 5th place, it doesn't seem fair, but that's what it is to be a gladiator, I guess. Ooh, that must be his racing line, because that looks scary. But yeah, when you go up against the best, 5th place, you've got to learn to be happy with things like 5th place. Get boosted in the long boy Nissan. They said it would slow him down. Did it, Eck? He's going around on lap 31, 10 minutes left of this race, and the boosted has truly shown his dominance around Le Mans. Then Garuda in the other Nissan, that proves that the Nissan is absolutely, it's not the bad car on GT anymore. Garuda and Get Boosted, a couple of Valley boys, I believe. That isn't a diss on Welsh people, is it? They're from the Valley, aren't they? Oh, Vodka Rob saying that's flown by. Yeah, we've only got 10 minutes. How was your fish and chips, my old friend? So, Garuda, 1 minute behind his teammate, but it shows that the Nissan is safe, ladies and gents. The boys from Wales are letting you know that the Nissans are back in play. Adnap in the Porsche ahead of Sinister by 5 seconds. He can't seem to close in on Adnap. 32 dead for Adnap last time around. Sinister at 31.5, half a second faster, but we're running out of laps, or time should I say, for Sinister to try and get the podium away from Adnap. It looks like all Adnap has to do is keep it pointing in the right direction and go reasonably fast, and he can keep that podium. MJ losing the back end of Sinister now. Sinister looking after those tyres absolutely deliciously, where MJ is starting to feel the burn on the soft tyres. Deacon Do 57 seconds behind MJ. Solid race. Good points for Deacon Do as we come into the end of this race. Kefus did stay ahead of J Car by quite a way. J Car have to go. Oh, J Car picked up a bit of damage there. So Kefus in the Audi battle, and that looks like it's going to be a tough battle this season. That Audi. It's going to be. He's got the pace, but that's second place Garuda behind Kefus. He's probably thinking, just pull over, man. Or maybe he fancies the toe. Maybe he says, no, stay there. I'll grab a toe. And no, he's going for it now. And there you go. He's through. He's Garuda. Everything is safe. Kefus, don't come back and race him. Don't be a queer. No one likes a queer. It's a little too close. Oh my, what are you doing? Don't do that. Oh, Jesus. My word, Kefus. You know, you're not racing him for position. He's a lap ahead of you. I mean, I suppose it's a bit of fun for Garuda. He's 17 seconds ahead of Adnap. And Sinister slowly chipping away. Looks like... Who's Adnap just ahead of then? Is that J Car? Yeah. Kefus is he gone now? Has he let Garuda through? No, Garuda I think is still behind Kefus. So a quick run through then. Get boosted leads. Garuda looking solid in second as we're coming up to the last 7 minutes, or the last 6.5 minutes of this race. Adnap in third, and Sinister can't quite close in on him. MJ though, still a danger. He dropped back from Sinister, but he's getting closer to him again. 32.4 last time around. Sinister at 31.5. So I don't know where he's pulled that in. MJ. Deacon Do in sixth, ahead of Kefus, who's now 40 seconds ahead of his teammate J Car. And the Audi looks like it is a reet handful. Tommy Rue, 39 seconds. He's held that space between himself and Reckless. Reckless just doing his fastest lap of the race, a 4:163, and that is because Thunder is absolutely chugging away behind him, trying to close that gap. And there's only 5 minutes to go, 8 seconds. It's a big ask, especially as now Reckless is matching the lap times. And it looks like Thunder just might miss. Oh no, he's going to get the podium, sorry. But the win was looking very much on. And it looks like Thunder getting out of the way of, I'm thinking that's Deacon Do. I can't see any pink cars around. Oliver in the McLaren did absolute smashing battles with Autosport earlier in the race, and he's bringing that car home in 4th place, and great championship points for him, with Dreaded Lucifer in 5th. 19 seconds adrift of Oliver. I think Dreaded Lucifer, it was a tough middle of the race for him. He was fighting for podiums at the early doors. Come the end of the race, he's got great pace. So Dreaded Lucifer, I think we're going to see some stuff from him this season. Autosport in 14th. Oh, carrying damage, that might be his issue. He's got 2 minutes until Duffman, so I think he should be alright. He might pit though. Now he's got an Audi catching him up in the tight section. It's going to be tough for him to get by, but he does get by in the end. Boosted leads. Garuda in second. Adnap still holding that 5-ish seconds ahead of Sinister. Next, oh, I tell you what, they might get another sneaky lap in. Definitely boosted. He's definitely got another lap to do after this one. Garuda also might just get another lap in. Adnap, it's touch and go. He's doing 32s. It might be tight. I think Adnap might get another lap in. And also Sinister. MJ, I'm not sure, you know. No, I don't think MJ. I think it'll be the end for MJ this race. 4.7 seconds drop back from Sinister again. 32.3 from Sinister that last lap. 34.1. But his tyres are starting to look rather used. 3 seconds. What's happened to Adnap? He's been doing 32s, but he's been holding 5 seconds for the longest time. Oh, did he struggle to get past that Group 3 car? Possibly. 3 seconds. Sinister's 3 seconds away from the podium. He can smell it. Absolutely stunning stuff. Could be a big end here with Sinister going to take the fight to Adnap. He's still got good amount of grip on those soft tyres. And yes, Adnap, he must be getting a bit of a cold sweat on now. I think the Lamborghini, I think Adnap just caught the Lamborghini up at the wrong point of the track. And that's find a way past. And that has helped Sinister close up at least 2 seconds on Adnap. But as we saw, Adnap was holding him off at 5 seconds. It just means he's got to hold him off at 3 seconds now instead of 5. And we have faith that he can do it. Into the last 2 minutes here. MJ, 5 seconds adrift of Sinister. He seems safe from Deacon Do. Deacon Do seems safe from Keefus. And J Car, oh no, J Car has got more damage. His race has been up and down, it has to be said. Tommy Roo leading this race by 38 seconds. Reckless in second. 9 seconds ahead of Thunder. Oh, Thunder, it looked like it was a definite win for him earlier in the race, but things went awry. All about the pit stops, it seems. Oliver in 4th. Great race from Oliver. 15 seconds ahead of Dreaded, though. Dreaded is absolutely pushing on at the end of this race, with Oliver doing 410s and 409s. Dreaded doing 402s. 50 odd seconds to go. Looks like these Group 3 cars are doing another lap. Autosport may possibly not. So the clock down to 40 seconds of this race. Boosted started a lap. So, oh, that's I think that's the Audi off the road. That's why we're getting yellow flags. That's Garuda in second. Coming up towards the line. There's still time left for him to go through and start another lap. Then Adnap coming down. Is he going to be the first finisher? 8 seconds. I think he's 6. I'm not counting down. I'm not NASA. I think that's it. I think Adnap is our... No. Well, Kefas is our first finisher, but Adnap in 3rd. Sinistor in 4th. MJ bringing it home. I'm sure we've got some Group 3 cars finishing. J Cars finished also. MJ in 5th. Deacon Do looks... Well, he's got 6th. You can't lose it. So, Tommy Roo, I want to see Tommy. Where is he? Tommy Roo? Oh, he's some way away yet from the line. So, will we see Deacon Do? No, he's behind Tommy Roo, but he'll probably pass him to get there. What about Boosted? He's behind Tommy Roo as well. So, Tommy Roo, he had a bit of a first lap moment, didn't he? Dropped back some way. Oh, yeah, there was 3 of them all into that the first chicane. All came a cropper. Tommy Roo ended up the worst off. And Tommy Roo then bringing it around for the win. The Group 1 car just behind him. Deacon Do. Great drive from Deacon Do for 5th place. I believe it was 5th or 6th, sorry. But here comes Tommy Roo now to take the win. Absolutely cracking drive from Tommy Roo in the Porsche. Great drive, good stuff. Tommy Roo takes the win, and Reckless is still some way off. Get Boosted is thereabouts, and Deacon Do finished in 6th. Sorry, there's more cars coming. Is it Reckless? Sorry, there's someone else in front of Reckless though. I don't know. What am I doing? Reckless in 10th. So Reckless comes around, grabs himself 2nd place. Great drive from the Porsche driver. Porsche 1-2 there. Then, it's Thunder to round out that podium. Great stuff for the Group 3 cars, and boosted over the line as well as the podium for the Group 3. 3rd place, Garuda. Oh, for God's sake, I'm sorry I'm bouncing all over the place. I'm jumping buttons, looking at the map in the top corner to see who's finished stuff. So Oliver then. It won't be the next across the line. There's someone, is that? I don't know. I don't know why there's an arrow there. Who's that? Garuda. It's not Garuda. What's that arrow just coming up to the end of the race? There, oh sorry, Duffman. Duffman then comes through and grabs 7th spot in the BMW. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful car, at least. Has Garuda got past you yet? No. Sorry, gang. I'm all over the shop. So Oliver then comes home in... Oh, no. The time ran out. The timer run out. What a shame. And there we go. Get Boosted. They said it couldn't happen. They said the Nissan would mess him up. Well, guess who's laughing now? Guess who is laughing now? Cracking race. Let's have a look at those results then, ladies and gents, before the room shut down. And Vodka Rob saying, I'm absolutely stuffed. Great stuff. And Vodka Rob saying, nice livery on that BMW. It certainly is. So Boosted takes the first win of the season ahead of Garuda, who's still running in 2nd place. Adnap grabs 3rd ahead of Sinister in 4th. MJ in 5th. He got mugged off by Sinister, really. Sinister's math outdid MJ. Deacon Do in 6th with the stand-in Kefas finishing 7th ahead of his teammate J Carr in 8th. 9th, the winner of the Group 3 cars is Tommy Roo in the Porsche. Absolutely cracking stuff with Reckless. And I think Tommy Roo was the fastest one as well, a 3:59.604, so fastest lap goes to the winner, Tommy Roo. Reckless in 2nd in the other Porsche, and Thunder. Did he throw a win away today, ladies and gents, or was the Ferrari just too thirsty? We'll find out next week at Spa. Oliver, a cracking drive for 4th place. Hats off, sir. Dreaded Lucifer, the luck was not on his side for the Lamborghini, but I am sure we're going to see more from him this season. Autosport, solid race there with Oliver all the way. And I don't know what happened to Autosport, but he just sort of dropped away near the end of the race. And Duffman still learning